Hey everyone, and welcome to the 10K in 30-day live weekly webinar. My name is Vanessa Simpkins, your host from takeyourpowerbacknow.com. And today you're in for an amazing special treat because we're going to talk about self-worth, all about transforming your self-worth. We're going to talk about money mindset. We're going to talk about how do you hunt out those limiting beliefs and gremlins and self-doubt and all of that inner turmoil that happens when you want to create a real business from this idea, from this passion, from this knocking on your heart. And how do you really create this consistent cash flow? How do you attract high-paying clients? We are going to dig in deep today. We're going to go really deep into mindset, one of my absolute favorite topics. So get ready, get a pen and paper. And before we jump in, I want to make sure that you can all hear me and see me, and all this amazing technology is working well. I see there are some people here joining us already. Please go ahead, type in the chat box your name and where you're from, and that will let me know that you can all hear me and that we're good to go. So if you're new to these webinars, you've never seen me before, my name is Vanessa Simpkins. I am the author of 2 books. From bankrupt to making $900 a day selling mops is my first book, and Take Your Power Back Now, the ultimate confidence guide for women. So every week on this webinar, we have amazing topics, whether you're new to business or you want to be an entrepreneur or you already are an entrepreneur. Maybe you're still stuck in the 9-to-5 and you're looking at, how do I actually get through here? How do I make this a real business? Or maybe you've been working in the coaching industry for a long time and you're like, I should be making more money. What's going on here? You're in the right place, and we got you covered. Welcome, Galit, Candace, Catherine. Awesome. We've got some people from Canada, from the States today. Always amazed at who shows up here. Sometimes we have people from all around the world. So welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to jump right into today's training. I am going to invite you guys to really participate. Close all your browsers, really be here for the next hour, pick my brains, ask me questions, and let's get started again. Today we're going to jump into the topic of self-worth. Totally, hands down, by far, the most, I think the biggest hurdle that I see entrepreneurs struggle and working with on their way to really generating that consistent 10K income. So here we go. I'm going to share my slides. So at any moment, as we do the training, guys, go ahead and use that chat box and ask me questions if you have them. I'd love to help you guys with anything that comes up. So you have joined us for the 10K in 30-day live weekly webinar. We do this every week. It's so much fun. And this is really about money, mindset, marketing strategies for spiritual entrepreneurs who want more confidence, cash flow, and freedom. Stick around. At the end of the webinar, I am going to be giving you a chance to grab my first book for free online. And Seth Godin says here there's some ideas, some big ideas in here for anyone who's ever sabotaged themselves on a sales call, which I think it's all of us. This was my first book. Really talks about overcoming the fear of failure and the fear of rejection. It's an awesome book. It comes with $500 worth of really cool training. So stick around for that. My promise to you is that we're going to have a lot of fun. I like to have fun. I like to laugh. I want this to be an amazing training for you. Promise you'll come away with breakthroughs, fabulous ideas that you can implement to generate more revenue in your business right away. But we're also going to be having fun. And that's important. So this is really about creating a travel lifestyle and business. Guess what? I started my business because I wanted to travel the world. I did. I moved to Kauai, Hawaii. I've lived in Costa Rica. I've lived in Thailand, Japan. Today I want to focus on, sometimes we will talk about sales, but during the webinar, the whole series is really about helping you with proven sales attraction system to attract clients in the next 30 days. That will boost your confidence. How to get massive visibility to your offers. If you're new, you're a seasoned business owner, how to break through your visibility blocks, fear, doubt. Gosh, this is really like the #1 problem I see. And we talk about mindset in my coaching program so often. So we're really going to deep dive on this one today. So if you're overwhelmed about what to do first, you're in the right place. I'm going to talk to you about getting clarity about your message and creating content that's highly engaging and positions you as an expert that people want to buy from. How to close more sales by being heart-centered and authentic, and the importance of mastering your emotions and mindset mastery if you want to run a successful business. We're going to be jumping into that one today. If you're new to this video series, you're like, who the heck is this chick, Vanessa Simpkins? This is kind of what I look like. I'm an international best-selling author, been featured on on some cool television stations like Fox and ABC. I'm a coach, speaker, trainer, mentor. I've helped thousands of entrepreneurs around the world really skyrocket their confidence and cash flow. I've been featured in some cool magazines, Today Businesswoman, Motivated Magazine, spoken on a TED stage on success, hosted workshops around the world, really made my first 6 figures in coaching using simple systems. So I'm all about being simple. I'm going to share them here with you today. And I'm known for helping spiritual rock stars break through fear. Okay, so I have an amazing business now. I get to inspire and empower women to make money. I am a sales and a business coach. And I also work on a mindset mastery. The two go hand in hand. My life was not always this glamorous and amazing. I had many hurdles, like many of you watching maybe. I am known also as the bikini business coach because I overcame these kind of inner hurdles and picked up my business and moved from chilly Canada to the paradise island of Kauai, Hawaii. And played around there and had a blast. And ran some amazing women's empowerment retreats. I love gathering women. I think there's so much power that happens. I love adventuring out in nature, and I just love it. What can I tell you? It's my passion to celebrate women breaking through their fears and making money and creating, really possibility for themselves, for their family. And this is a Soul Sister Mastermind getaway that I run here in Laguna Beach, California, twice a year for my mastermind members. We're having the next one coming up in May 27th and 29th. Super exciting. I'm a speaker. I'm really an entertainer, and I'm just kind of like your girl next door. This is my beautiful family, my boyfriend and his 3 kids. So I'm like #the bomb stepmom. And I really built my business because I wanted to travel. So this is the bottom picture. This is the north shore of Kauai, Hawaii. It's a magical manifesting vortex, and I was blessed to spend a week of every month down there when I lived in Hawaii, and brought my boyfriend back to explore it with me. And I totally believe that authenticity is the new currency in business today. Oh my, what does that mean? Well, I share this story because I feel like it's really, really relevant. And, when I got started in business, I went bankrupt. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's the true story. From bankrupt to making $900 a day selling mops. I didn't understand the importance. I didn't understand how dramatically, radically critical it is to focus on marketing and sales. So my road to kind of being this entrepreneur, I've been doing this now for 7 years professionally, only this. It started out with like massive failure and going bankrupt. And so I remember a time when I used to sell these products, these mops and these lint removers, and I was like the ShamWow guy, but not on TV. I was doing live store demonstrations, and I was spending, I think, $1,500 a month on this online coaching mentor. And I remember I was taping, I always tell the story, I love the story. I had this minivan, it was all rusty and it had holes in it, and I would take this tape and I would put it out and I would spray paint it, and I thought, man, I'm pretty good at this, It doesn't look so bad. And I thought, my gosh, if my family or any of my friends find out that I'm spending more money on my rent to, practice or figure this whole business thing out, and I fail, they're gonna think I'm nuts. Like, I'm spending more money on this mentor than on a car payment. I'm driving this crappy car. But the alternative was to go back to my job, and that was not an alternative anymore. I felt like if I didn't live my passion, I was slowly dying. And so I invested in myself. I made a year-long commitment with a mentor, and I learned absolutely everything I needed to. And my Hobbies $600 a month coaching income went to $15,000 a month. I moved to Hawaii, never looked back. All right. So that's how I got started. And there is no such thing as failure. I can tell you that. Only learning. So we have some questions. We have somebody from the Netherlands, Alexander from the Netherlands, Rukia from France. Bonjour. Tu sais que je parle français aussi. This is so cool. All right. So back into the training today. You guys are all here. Do post your questions. Galit, I see questions, which are awesome. We're going to jump right into that. Okay, so there's a little bit about me. I have been blessed to work with some amazing mentors around the world, like Wayne Dyer and Jack Canfield. Like I said, it's not my first pony ride. I've been doing this for the last 7 years. And I've been inspired by some phenomenal geniuses, AKA my dad, who was an artist, and I absolutely love my dad. He passed away 8 years ago, but he left the world with this amazing legacy. And I think that as entrepreneurs, that's exactly what we're doing, right? You're leaving the world a better place with your legacy of love, of wisdom, of experience. And the world needs it. So today, we're talking about your self-worth, a money mindset, gremlin busting to help you attract more high-ticket sales and high-end clients. So today's training, I want to cover why entrepreneurs struggle with charging what they are worth, the most common self-sabotaging beliefs revealed, and my best method for gremlin busting. I'm going to share with you 3 simple ways to shift your inner landscape for wealth and abundance, why your money mindset needs to be aligned first before high-paying clients will find you and pay you, and exactly how to open up these elusive floodgates to money. Before we do that, I want to do a little kind of a question for you guys. You know, I always like to do the training on to really help you best. So let me know if you're struggling in any of these areas, which ones might they be? Number 1, just type it in the chat box, please. You don't have an identity, or you're kind of trying to figure out what is my expertise. Number 2, you don't know what you're selling, you're not sure about what it is you're actually selling. Number 3, you don't have an influential offer. It's not enticing enough. Number 4, you don't talk to enough people. You don't make enough offers. So maybe that's like a marketing problem. Or number 5, you just don't ask for the cash. Okay, so maybe a sales problem. So go ahead, give me some feedback so I can help you best. Let me know which one, if any of these, that you struggle with. And we're going to jump right in here while that's coming through. Okay, so I believe that with the right system, anything is possible. And before we jump into training, I just want to show you some of the results that clients get in my 10K in 30-day program. So here's somebody, I mean, this happens every day, things, amazing things. Woman I was telling you about last week is booked a session Thursday, woohoo, she filled out the whole survey. She'd be comfortable paying me $1,000. That would be, you know, that would help her life. Oh my God, I'm shit scared, but excited. My first sales call. Ah, so exciting. Celebrating on the bottom, my first 10K month. Already celebrating 2 more dream clients for my 6-month program in May. This is the kind of results that systems generate, that my clients receive. 11K in 20 days, going for 20 in 30. Yeah, and she did that a few times in a row. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Oops, watch the language. Got my first high-paying client. I love celebrating this. Let me tell you what, this to me is like crack cocaine, okay? Not that I do crack cocaine, but I'm just telling you, it's that addictive to celebrate when women have these amazing experiences. You know, this to me, this makes all of the failing in my life very worthwhile, all right? Because it shows that it's for a purpose to help people. So she says, confidence is key. I love it. I'm going to go have a glass of vino and celebrate. Celebrating another success. That brings my first month up to 16,000. How's that? Second month, you know, 6,000 already. So just some amazing wins here. You know, thousands and thousands of dollars are generated by having the right systems. Love getting paid for what I'm doing. Boom, I'm celebrating. Money, money, money. So, you know, I show this to you because, you know, what I want to tell you is that with the right system, anything is possible. And today I'm going to show you some mindset systems and really clearly how to break through some of the things that are holding you back. So why do entrepreneurs struggle with charging more, charging what they're worth? We're going to talk about the most common self-sabotaging beliefs revealed and really my best method for gremlin busting. I call it hunting for gremlins. So why do entrepreneurs struggle with charging what you're worth? So the reason is because you're actually as a service provider, and the service that you're selling is a direct reflection of your belief in yourself and the thoughts that you have about yourself. That's why you struggle. And most people have a horrible self-concept. It's very low self-esteem, and all of it's unconscious. It's not your fault in any way. Right? I'm not trying to come down or criticize anyone. I know from my own personal experience, you know, that I tried so hard. Oh my gosh, tried so hard to succeed and you know, wound up flailing about for quite some time. So it's not your fault that no one's really taught you how to find these limiting beliefs and how to change them until now. All right. So I'm just going to check in here. So Alexander said number 3, Catherine number 4. Galit for me is trouble getting targeted leads and leads enough to cover and convert into paying clients. Gotcha. This week was good since I'm doing the videos on Facebook. I got a few subscribers. Okay, so leads. All right, and Candace says getting clients aside from my blog. How do I get them? Okay, so there seems to be some question on how do you get clients consistently, leads, and 3 and 4. 4 is about marketing and 3 is about, I think, packaging. Okay, got it. So I also want to invite you guys to let me know if you struggle with any of these common, I call them gremlins, right? Common limiting beliefs, like maybe it's like I'm not good enough, or other people out there are better than me, or I'm not an expert enough. You know, other people know more than I do, so why bother? Or nobody will pay me that much, or I don't deserve it, or I'm not good at sales, or again, I'm not good enough is a big one. People are smarter, they're more talented than me, and it's not safe to have money. People will kill me or judge me if I succeed. That's another one. It's not safe to be that visible. My husband may leave me if I make more money than him. I've dealt with that too. I'm not ready yet. I have to practice some more. This is a spelling mistake there. I don't want to make the same mistakes again. Let me know if you have any of these. And again, this is not for me to judge you. This is just, you know, for you, even if you would just want to take stock and write some of these down that, you know, connect with you or that you feel like a little reaction to, that will help you as we move through the process here today. All right. So you can share with me if you want. If not, cool. Someone says here, nobody will pay me that much. Right. Who's going to pay me that much money? Totally get you. I was right there. When I first started my business, oh my God, who would pay me that much money, right? Super hard. Easy to sell somebody else's, you know, products, or if you're in a job, but when it comes time to selling your own services, oh my gosh, you know, oh my gosh, that definitely comes up. All right, so let's keep going. So you must change your mindset. Here's why you must, and we'll go into the process here in a minute, because there's nothing else creating your reality but the thoughts and the feelings that you hold. Okay, now that's good news. So your thought creates a feeling, and that feeling creates an emotion, and that emotion or vibration bring you its equivalent. There's some spelling mistakes in my slides today, guys. I'm sorry. So through the law of attraction. So if your beliefs are old or updated decisions are not corrected at the root, they will sabotage your action, right? So let's say you have this decision. I'm going to make, $100,000 this year. I'm going to leave my job, and you have this belief that says, well, who's going to pay me? Or I'm not good enough, or I'm not ready yet, right? Somebody else said here, my gremlin is I need to give my money to others. Another one is my other thing is nobody wants to pay me that much. Yeah, I'm not good at sales. I don't like to sell. I love to help people and teach. Gotcha. Right. Okay. So here you are having a conflict. I'm going to stop the screen share and just talk and teach a little bit. So here you have a conflict, right? Your conscious mind decides I'm going to be this expert. I'm going to make this much money. And subconsciously, in the kind of inner realms in your brain, there's a non-aligned thought that's going this way. You're like, I'm going to make $100,000. This one's like, are you kidding me? No one's going to pay that much. You're not good at sales. Who the hell do you think you are, right? So it's a conflict. It's not aligned. And it's like, when you're listening to, in the olden days, my grandfather used to have one of these. I used to have one of these. Turntable, right? The record player, it's a scratch. And creation goes. And so the way to have more of what you want is to align your inner agreements with your conscious decisions. That's how it's done. And when both of those connect and are aligned, what you see on the outer sphere called a reality is going to match up the thoughts that you think. Another question. I worry that the ideas I have for my coaching business won't affect the transformation of my clients. Worried I won't have enough material. I see how much people give away for free. That's awesome. That's really great to notice. So I'm so happy that you're participating, everyone. If you're watching the replay to this, stop. Don't just watch this, but really do this work. It's going to transform your life, right? Guaranteed. I teach women day in and day out how to really implement these ideas and turn it into money, real money that you can go and buy a house with and buy a car with, pay your bills with, pay your kids' school bill with, pay your debt off with, right? That's what you want. So do the work, do yourself a favor. Okay, so write these down, jot these down. This is really important because that's showing you what lives inside your brain, right? And it's showing you the misalignment. And you have to align these things. You got to pull out, I call them weeds, right? You have this big garden, this fertile garden in your mind. And you got all these freaking weeds in there. And then you try and plant a seed. I'm going to be a millionaire. My ass you are. You know what I mean? It doesn't work that way. So you got to pull out all these weeds. You got to pull out these negative beliefs. So it's important that you become conscious of them. Most people, you're not conscious. You're not even aware that that lives inside you. So this is kind of like a three-part system. How do you, first of all, uncover the weeds, and then how do you pull them up, and how do you plant something new in your garden? So you're going to get something new in your life. Okay. All right. So jumping back to the slides, if you have, some kind, if you know that you have, some people ask me, well, how do I know if I have these limiting beliefs? Well, it shows up like procrastination or starting over, starting all these projects, but never finishing them. Never done that, right? Or you're working your little tush off and you're so busy and you're doing everything right, but there's no money there, right? Or there is money, but it's or you're not enjoying it, right? Your thoughts are that powerful. You are that powerful. You really are. So 3 simple ways to shift your inner landscape for wealth and abundance. Here's the first way. Believe in yourself. Sounds simple. Believe in yourself and you will be unstoppable. Believe in yourself. Now this sounds so like, oh my gosh, Vanessa, this is like 90210 in the 90s. Like, my gosh, this is so old. This is such an easy 101 thing. But I'm going to tell you a little something about your mind and how it works right now. I'm going to stop the screen share again. Your mind is like an oven, okay? So what you put in the oven, you get out. So if you put in the oven an apple pie, you're going to get a cooked apple pie. You're not going to get a pecan pie. It's not going to be an orange pie. It's not going to be a lemon meringue pie. It's going to be an apple pie, okay? So you gotta be, if you want more money out there, you gotta put, the thoughts in your brain that it's okay to have more money. I'm really good at having more money. Okay, that you believe that you can do it. So the mind is like an oven. Well, who puts the apple pie or the 100,000 or the $1 million in the mind, in the oven, to get out on the physical reality of your life? That reality. Who does that? Well, you do. Okay. You put that in the oven. You command your mind to give you what it wants. That's how this works. So my first invitation for you is to actually take radical responsibility for your life. Everything that you are creating right now, guess what? You did it. Yes, you did. And this is amazing news, even if you hate it, even if you don't like it, because it means you can change it. And I'm going to give you the recipe on how to do that. Natasha says, I practiced visualizing all the great things I would experience making and great income, and it was amazing. I woke up smiling and getting ready, and huge resistance came along. Some tough experiences came to mind. I was actually fighting off tears. I was going to work. What is that? And how do I, okay, what is that all about, right? So let's find out now, like, what happens? Yeah, what happens if you're doing all the inner work and you're visualizing and you still have this resistance pop up and give you like, hey, bullshit, that's not going to happen to you, or who do you think you are, or how do you deal with this inner resistance? So like we said, the mind is an oven. The mind is something you put your thoughts into. Your thoughts create feelings and emotions. Those emotions bring to you on the screen called your life the matching resonance. Okay. So some people will say this is all a big freaking illusion. If you read all about the gurus, and they say all of this is an illusion. Okay, well, that sounds really nice here, but like, got to pay my rent and got to do this and got to do that, and I got to fix my car and, show me the money, right? That's what everyone's after. So how do you pull apart these limiting beliefs? Let's jump into this. I'm going to share with you a simple process. So the process is this. I want you to pick an idea, pick something that's happening in your life or a situation that you don't like. For example, maybe you're having a problem with your boss at work, your clients, your business. Just pick something that's not going good for you. And the question I want you to ask yourself is, what's the worst thing that can happen? So write that down. Just right now. Just jot it down on your paper at home. What's the worst thing that can happen to you? What's the worst thing that can happen to you? I have a glass of water. And you're welcome to type it in the chat box. I know this is kind of personal inner work, so, if you want me to lead you through it, go ahead and play along here, or do it privately on your own. It's going to be very insightful. Very insightful. My gosh, when I first did this, oh my goodness. When I first did this, mind you, I've been a mindset mentor for many years. But when I first did this, I realized there were some crazy gremlins in my brain, like, you can't have what you really want. Oh my God. And I turned that around. I manifested an amazing man. Business exploded. Started all these different companies that I wanted to do for years. And then I started teaching other women how to have the same success. So somebody says, I won't have money for rent, for food, etc. Okay, this is a huge gremlin. Thanks for playing along here. You get to, have the benefit of this experience. This is a process you can use over and over and over again. So the worst thing that can happen, she says, is I won't have money for rent, for food, for basic things, right? Oh my gosh. So when you have that written down, how does it make you feel in your body? What is the feeling in your body when you read, see, believe the thought, won't have money for rent? Somebody wrote, I'll lose my children, lose my faith. Okay, then you took a look. This is called the radical honesty step. You open your brain, you take a radically honest look at what's inside. Oh shit, I don't like that. What is that? I can't believe that's in my brain. Radical honesty. You say it in the Bible. The truth will set you free. It will. You just got to have the courage to look inside. Oh my God, I'm thinking that. So someone else wrote, I'll need to depend on others for money and not have the freedom to invest in my business and do what I want. Yeah, that's it. That's in your mind. Okay, now this is great. This is like great news. Okay, you found a weed. You probably find a few of them in there if you look. Okay, you can do this again and again. Anything happens in your life or doesn't happen in your life, you don't like it, you start with that question. What's the worst thing that can happen? It's going to show you what you're thinking. Okay. So somebody says the feeling in my, and write this down, how does it feel in your physical body when you read, see, believe the thought XYZ? Okay. Someone says here, I can't breathe. Yeah. Fuck, can't breathe in your body. The thought makes you have the feeling of being constricted almost to the point that you can't breathe. That's a thought that did that. A thought. Yeah. Okay. So someone says makes me feel afraid, heavy, discouragement. Right. When I think about it. So this question is really powerful to help you tune into, the physical feelings that happen from a thought. Okay, that's going on now. It's been going on unconsciously up until now. Because now we took a look inside and we're doing some ghost busting. All right. I'm reading everyone here. I'm not going to read out everything, but I'm seeing you all participating and I love it. If you're joining us here, we're talking about how to own your self-worth. I really do some transformation in there. I feel something terrible in my throat, something weird in my throat. Yeah. Okay, next part is this. The next question is, and this is important because all feelings want expression. So now we're seeing, okay, this is really going on. Okay, this is really happening in my body when I think that thought. Oh my gosh, there's I want you guys to connect the dots. So the next question I have, oh, thank you. Natasha says, you look great, by the way. Thank you. Next question I have for you is let's uncover now the core belief. So the core belief, there's always a core belief under here. And this is the radical responsibility part. Okay, so if life is showing itself to you here, this is my life, based on what goes on in here and what comes out of here as a feeling, if everything in your life is a reflection of what goes on here and what you feel in here, and again, I did not invent, physics. I didn't invent all of, quantum physics, and they've proven now the holographic I'm not a freaking scientist, okay? I just like to live in a freaking bikini and have the things I want in my life. But so science has proven that. So if everything is a direct reflection of our thoughts and the feelings that we think, what do you have to believe in order to have manifested the experience that you're having right now? And this is not a thinking, question. Instant thought. It's the first thing that comes to your mind. So when I did this exercise last year, it was exactly around this time last year, because I met Alex, I think on the 17th of May. What day we're the 10th of May today? Okay, so almost exactly a year ago, actually, because I met him 10 days after I had done this experience. Wow. Okay, so maybe I did it okay, anyways. I was dating all these guys. They were creepy. They were either married, they didn't want to get married, didn't want to have kids, or, it was always, they would only meet me. They would never, or they weren't emotionally available. They would only give me 50% of what I wanted. And so I said, what's the worst thing that can happen? Well, you're going to be single forever. That's it. You're going to be 100 years old. You're going to die single. Too bad. How freaking good you look. Too bad. Oh my gosh, I wanted to barf. How did I feel? Wanted to barf. Okay, next question was, what do I have to believe in order to have attracted this? And it was an instant thought. It was this thought that the belief is right below your conscious right there. And the thought was, you can't have what you really want. You can't have what you really want. Oh my God. I was stunned. I was like, that is in my brain? Oh my God. And I turned it around and I made a new affirmation. I absolutely can have what I want. And I am irresistible to my divine mate. And he showed up 10 days later. Pretty awesome how fast this works. And I've seen many women generate thousands of dollars in the course of their of working in my program just with the mindset, right? Because mindset helps you align that again. So the question for you again, what is the first thing that comes to mind? What do you have to believe about yourself or about your life in order to have manifested the reality that you're having now? Go ahead and type that in. It's it's a small thing, it's one of these little short quips. It's like, I'm not good enough, or it's the, I don't deserve it, or it's the core belief. It's the rock, it's the baseline. Somebody said here, growing up, money was always a struggle for my single parent mom. Subconsciously, I believe that I will always be struggling for money and that I'll never have a lot of money. Wow. Fuck. Wow. This is amazing that you found this. Right? That's what I'm saying. A lot of these decisions, and thank you for answering here, a lot of these decisions come from when you're a kid, right? They just have never been, you haven't looked inside since a long time. That's an old one. Get out of there. Get rid of that one. So someone else says, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Beautiful things don't survive. There's another, wow, is it crazy? Isn't that crazy? Beautiful things don't survive. So what is that about? Like beautiful things, If you're beautiful, you won't survive. Is that what that's about? So don't think about this too much. This is not a thinking thing. This is not a time to think. You know, you ask yourself the question. Be really honest here. You're conscious. You're here. You know, this is how you don't have to sit on a couch for 12 years with a psychologist to find out what's you know, limiting and sabotaging yourself. You just have to ask the mind the right questions. It's right there. So spit it out for you. What do you have to believe about yourself or about life in order to have manifested this reality that you're currently experiencing? Right? The problem that you're saying, I don't like this. I don't like this situation. I don't like this thing with my job, this thing with my boss, this thing with my money, this thing with my business, this thing with my partner, my no partner. I don't like this thing. Ooh, I can't sell. Selling is cheating. Ooh. 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 There you go, man. This is what I call gremlin busting. Okay, you guys ever watch Ghostbusters? I grew up with Ghostbusters, okay? And I tell you, it's all there, right? It's right underneath the right there, right underneath. All right? Now we're just making a flashlight. I saw you. You're bringing it to consciousness, so it can't be unconscious anymore. It can't hurt you anymore. Now, can you see, again, the next part of this, can you see, again, if the mind, if the mind is the oven and it bakes, okay, things and creates this reality here, can you see how it's impossible for you to create anything else other than those beliefs? Just wrap your head around that for a minute. Like, feel the impact of that. When we have a limiting belief, okay, it also usually impacts every area of our life, straight through. You know, and you can't have what you really want. That goes for relationships, that goes for money, that goes for health, that goes for everything, right across the board. It's a root to really, so that's why it's so powerful to do this work. Someone says here, I was not really aware of it. I thought there was something else. Yeah, you're not aware of this stuff. Your mind doesn't want you to be aware of it. It's actually trying to protect you. Yeah, someone says, I can absolutely see that. Yeah, feel the impact of that. I'm not bashing anybody here. I'm not pointing the finger. I'm not saying. All I'm doing is really, I'm celebrating with you that you're doing this work. It's very powerful, and I'm also, I want you to feel the impact of that root belief right through your life. It's important. It's not to punish anybody here or criticize anybody. So, big deep breath. Oh, that's my secret, actually. When I do photo shoots, I like, I'm standing there, I'm like, oh, smile. Then you're like real. Okay. Big deep breath. Deep breath. All right. So lots of stuff moving. Now that you've written down this very big, crazy core belief that is like insanely nuts to you, my question is, now we're gonna create and install a new belief. So how do you do that? Well, you take this belief, for example, that I can't sell, selling is cheating, and you install a new one that says, I absolutely can sell my products and services. I'm serving the world with my brilliance when I'm selling. I am. So you start the affirmation with I am. You know? So for the one about money, you know, I am, you know, receiving money. It's okay for me to have money. And I think we're going to have some people coming in here in a moment. I think that was my boyfriend knocking on the door. I think so. Hi. Yeah, I'm on the webinar. So I'm going to keep going. So creating these affirmations. So I am, right? You start with I am. So everything after the word I am, you actually become. Wait a minute. You create your vibration with I am. So go ahead, pop in some new affirmations that you want to program your brain with. I'm going to show you how to install them here in a minute, but I want to help you really craft them so they sound amazing. So what's the opposite of that gremlin? Go ahead and type it in the chat box, and let me help you come up with a really like powerful one. And we can kind of tweak them as well if they're like, if they don't sound believable, you're like, I'm a sales rock star, and you're like, mine's like bullshit. That's so bullshit, right? Let me show you how to, I call it make the step up. How do you make the step up of that? How do you make a step, a belief that can be a step to believing that? Again, when we first started this training, I said one of the best beliefs is I believe in myself. I'm a winner. I love myself. I am totally worthy and deserving of extreme wealth, joy, and romance. These are some of my favorites. Okay, so let me know. This is a great one. I'm selling to help others transform their lives. Yeah, and it's okay for me to sell. Actually, sales is transformation. It's okay for me to make a lot of money doing what I do. It's okay for me. Selling is serving. So the idea here is that a belief, and here's the good news, a belief is just a thought that you keep thinking. A belief is just a thought that you keep thinking. A belief is just a thought that you keep thinking. You ever see in a rainstorm how we used to live, you know, at my cottage in Canada in the summer, and we'd go there in the winter, and this rain, we had this big long driveway with a huge, you know, downward slope, and it would rain, and it would get these like big grooves, you know, big deep grooves, and all the water would run through there. Well, that's like your mind. These have these thoughts, these, you know, repeating thoughts, and they make these deep grooves in your mind. So what you want to do is just like, you know, now you're going to make a whole new path, right? And so you've got to pave that path a few times. That's how you create a belief. That's the good news. Okay. I love these guys. I'm fabulous. I'm brilliant. I'm independent. I will have a steady stream of clients. Now, I like this one, Candace, and I'm going to invite you to make it in the present, because I am independent. I am receiving high-paying clients. I love having high-paying clients. People throw money at me. It's another one that I use, and I picture people actually like wrapping up money in elastic and throwing it at me. I'm like, oh, these bundles of money. Oh my gosh. I am a force. I am a force of inspiration. People only prosper. Damn good one. So my invitation for you is I am enjoying high-paying clients now. I'm enjoying money in my bank now is a stronger feeling statement than I will have it in the future. So I'm happy you wrote that down there. There are people who really need what I have to give. Yeah, I'm an expert. I'm really, really good at what I do. I am a highly paid, sought after coach, expert, healer, trainer, mentor. I am. Right. So anything that, and now as you're all doing this here, I'm saying everyone's, you know, playing along, and I'm really happy. I'm really happy for that. I'm selling to help others transform. I'm fabulous. I'm brilliant. I love myself. I'm a winner. Everything I touch turns to gold. I always make the best decisions. I only work with the best. I only work with the best of the best. I have all the clients I need to live the life I want. I am receiving. Yes. Okay. Now, just write down for me in the chat how it feels in your body to live, to read, believe these new thoughts. How does it feel in your body to, when you read, see, believe these thoughts? How does it feel in your body right now? All right, go ahead and just take, I'll be connect the dots here. You affect your thoughts at all time. Ain't nobody else out there doing it for you. Ain't no boogeyman. Ain't nobody else out there but you and you and you and your thoughts. Okay, and you have the power to change them like that. I just showed you how to do it. Now, there's always a little bit of a lag time between a question and answer, so I'm gonna have some sip of water. Oh, water is so good. Alexander says, yes, I study Neville. I love Neville. Neville Goddard. If you're ever looking for a mindset mentor, he's awesome. My heart's pounding with excitement. I feel light. My abdomen, chest feels light. Yeah, empowering. Yeah, right? And who did this? Who did it? Who had all these feelings? Who did it? Like, you did it, okay? So know that you can do this at any moment. And this is really the practice of being a conscious creator, not unconscious, not creating unconsciously from the past, but looking inside and get rid of that. I'm going to put this inside. So now, imagine if you put this inside your brain every single day, what will happen in your life? Amazing things, amazing things. And that's what you want to do. You want to install these now on a consistent basis, all right? And this is how you change your life, one thought at a time, all right? So let's jump back into the training here. So I think I have more goodies here on this call for you. I always have so many goodies on these trainings. I love doing these trainings. So like I said, believe in yourself sounds like a cliche, but hey, if you don't like your current reality, just take responsibility for it and do something different about it to change it. We talked about a belief being simply a thought that you keep thinking. Now that's the good news, right? Because if you don't like it, you can install new thoughts. And the key here, guys, is that you have to do it consistently. So it's not about, oh, I found this gremlin, I'm just going to say this once and it's going to change my life. You have to install this now into your subconscious consistently. Anyone can start the race. It's a whole different story to finish it. Here's one of my clients. This is a great video. I'm not going to play it, but you can watch it on my testimonials page. This is one of my past clients, Gabrielle. She's swimming here in, I think it's Panama. She was so cute. She's like, I want to do a bikini, testimonial for the bikini business coach. Oh my God, it was so cute. I was so happy to receive this. But her goal was to create a business where she could travel. And, she's a busy entrepreneur. She has a health business, health products, teaching, coaching, and she got into high ticket sales, but it wasn't even about the money for her. For her, it was about the freedom. She wanted to travel. And so when she finished the program, she went traveling with her husband for 3 months. And in this video, she really talks about mindset mastery and how that's really the catalyst for her success. And she talks a little bit about what it's like to work with me. So believe you can do it. I guarantee you are halfway there. The best thing that you can do for your success, if you've enjoyed this process that we've shared and done here together, is to get consistent accountability and help and support with hunting gremlins. I'm telling you, you can have anything you want in your life. And I can tell you, when you get support and accountability and mentorship, when you surround yourself with people who see the greatness in you, it's a lot easier, it's a lot faster for you to get there. So if you're watching this webinar, I know that you're a heart-centered entrepreneur. I know you got big things to do in this world. I know that you're here for transformation. I know otherwise you wouldn't be still watching. And I can tell you that the biggest transformations, the biggest breakthroughs, the biggest up-levelings in your life happen when you say yes, all right? It's transforming from the mindset of an employee to the mindset of an entrepreneur, and it involves the ability to take risks, all right? It's something that it's a very big transition. One of my clients, Lisa, she said, I just signed a deal for $37,000. And she said here, it was such a big decision for me to invest money in my business and myself. And I know it's been for many people in this group. It never gets easier to invest in yourself. I'll tell you that much. But when you do and you get results, it makes it all the worthwhile. So 37,000 pounds, that's like almost $50,000. I'm not going to read through all these testimonials. I'll let you go, and you can go on my website and watch them. There's a ton of videos, including Karen's. She signed up to work with me just to do mindset, and she ended up becoming a mindset mentor. It impacted her life so much so that she decided to teach some of this to her clients, and she's having phenomenal results. Whether you want to be an event planner, kind of Sharon does these amazing one-day women's empowerment events. the question that you want to ask yourself is, are you really creating the life that you want, or are you still kind of flapping around in survival mode? And by that, I mean, you've had a kind of a taste today, a look inside at some of the thoughts that are in there, right? And so are you really creating the life that you want, or are you kind of trying to not create any more of the past? It's a really important question. And the other question I want to ask you is, what is it really costing you to not have the self-worth, to not have the mindset mastery, to not have that alignment in your business? What's it costing you in terms of sales that you could be making, the growth or the freedom, that you could have in your business? Maybe it's time with your family. Maybe it's the partner of your dreams. What's it costing you? It's an important question to ask yourself. One of my favorite quotes is by Napoleon Hill, the author of Think and Grow Rich. He says, education consists not so much of knowledge, but of knowledge effectively and persistently applied. People are paid not merely for what they know, but more particularly for what they do with what they know. Oh my. You've learned some amazing things about yourself here today. Hopefully, if you're watching the replay, you as well, have participated, because you know what, if you want to get something in a life, show up to it. I always say 90% of success is showing up. Now that you're here and you've learned some great things, do something with them. So you have a choice, right? You can say, hey, Vanessa, this has been some great content. I'm going to go and try and figure it out on my own. And I'm not going to lie, you're going to have some bumps in the road. You are, if you would have, done it by yourself, you would have done it already. And that's my firm belief. I think that, there's 7 billion people in the world for a reason. You're not supposed to do it by yourself. So you can do it by yourself, or, you can take my support and help, and we can do it together. So what if in the next 30 days, you could generate $10,000 in your business? What would that mean for you? What would that look like? Maybe it's not 10,000, maybe it's more, or maybe it's like, oh my gosh, if I could just make 5,000, I'd quit this crappy job. So my invitation for you is to really skyrocket your confidence and your cash flow. I've been doing this now for 7 years with women, and I can tell you that when you get one of your goals, when you hunt out and you weed out the garden, or you find a gremlin, you turn it around, and you all of a sudden manifest, that new client or the money or whatever it is, your confidence will grow, my friends, by leaps and bounds. And I'm not talking out of my ass now. I'm just talking from 7 years of watching people, celebrate the results. And then, of course, if you want cash flow, you can create that too. So I have the best program for women entrepreneurs. It's called the 10K in 30-day program. I have 2 versions of this program, really. And both of them come with the back end. This is the membership site, and this is where I've put, some of the content over the last 8 years of work, 7, 8 years of working with high-end clients. All the best of the best training I put in here. We cover mindset mastery, and then we cover in module 1 your ideal clients, and getting you really clear about the message that you're here to share with the world. That's important. Module 2 is about generating leads. So someone here was asking today, how do I do that? So we talk about online and offline ways to generate leads. Module 3 is about how are you going to package your coaching business? What are you going to sell? How do you sell it? What is it called? What are the payment plans? What are the terms? You need clarity around that, because if you're not clear, people aren't going to pay you. Module 4 is about how to have successful sales conversations. I give you my scripts and how to handle sales objections. Module 5 is about positioning, being an expert. How do you stand out in the marketplace? Module 6 is about networking. Module 7 is about your website and creating. I give you even templates here, autoresponders. This is kind of like a morphing, a metamorphing living creature. Okay, this membership site, as I work with my clients, I just keep adding as they keep asking me, and I just keep adding in here stuff that they want. Module 8, a sales attraction system. There's even a program in here now called the Webinar Mastery Secrets, how to do live weekly webinars like this. There's the I'm a Conscious Creator process that we covered a little bit in, today. The 30-day video challenge, how to 10x your income with hosting member on online masterminds like I do. It's a really, really amazing program. It is the best program, in my opinion, because we cover mindset and also sales attraction system. And you get my help. So I work with you directly in the group. I'm going to stop the screen share and see you here. So I work with a handful, about 20 women in a private group. We have a weekly group calls. You get a one-on-one call with me every month. So you have a lot of accountability, a lot of support, because as you grow your business, you're going to have questions. You're going to have a lot of questions. Is that copy good? What should I call this? What should I price it at? And as you go and bigger, as your self-worth expands and want to charge more, you're going to come up with all these gremlins, and you got to be able to deal with that. So in the program, you learn really how to make these tools into habits. And that's what guarantees your success. The program is actually extended. It's a year-long program. You get access to the membership site, all the content, but you get a live Facebook group, an amazing group where you get to interact with people, ask your questions. I'm in there. You can ask me questions daily. And we do, like I said, group coaching calls twice a week. You get a one-on-one call with me, just me and you, every single month. So I'm very involved in my client's business, and that's important. So if, especially in the visibility and the business building, the systems stages of your business, okay? So you wanna make sure that that's very solid and clear, and then you can take action and you see all the clients come in. That's how it works. So, I have somebody graduating, so I have space now opening up in the program. We also have 2 live events every year where you get to come and hang out. We're having one here at the end of May for 3 days here in California, the Soul Sister Mastermind. We hang out in our bikinis or bathing suits or shorts and a t-shirt or whatever you're comfortable in. And we do masterminding, hot seats, and just, having some fun in the sun. It's part of being an entrepreneur. And then I also interview different experts here on my webinar platform. So I really give clients like an immersion, like a deep dive into being an expert and showcasing you and helping you overcome kind of the technological craziness and fear. So that's the program. And like I said, I have somebody who's graduating next month. So there's going to be a space, and I'm opening it up. And you go back to my screen share here. You also get all my programs. So if you want to do workshops where you want to be a speaker, you get the workshop profit secret system involved in the course as well. It's a bonus. It's its own program on its own, but you get that. And so you can pick my brains about how to be a speaker. You've got the entire program in there, including checklists and worksheets on, how to make offers and the best ways to generate high ticket sales from the stage. Here's a little Facebook message. Someone that says, Vanessa, I just received your gift. I wanted to really, really thank you. I also want to personally thank you for your program, your coaching too. Yeah, you're over delivering. This is one of the best, if not the best investments I've ever made. So don't take my word for it. This program it's really the best, but don't take my word for it. So here's another client. She said, Vanessa's challenge is 10K in 30 days, but my results have been double that. Her sales training is called Skyrocket Your Confidence and Cash Flow. That's exactly what she does. Hiring Vanessa was the very best thing I've ever done for my business. Don't try and reinvent the wheel. Just follow Vanessa's recipe and you're sure to get results you'll be happy with. So if you're interested, if you're intrigued in any way, shape, or form, if you'd like my support, with mindset, with getting your sales plan, sales attraction system, clearly defined and implemented, go here and apply. The website's called takeyourpowerbacknow.com/10K ready. And I'm going to go ahead and type that into the chat box. So takeyourpowerbacknow.com/10K ready. And you'll see an application on that page. So go ahead and fill it out. And one of my assistants will get back to you with a link to my calendar, and we'll set up a time to chat. It's a free call. Really just exploring what working together, will look like. And really I'm looking for people who are ready. They're committed. I always say God's sending people who are ready to really, explode their business, really rocket their success. And those are the people that show up. So Again, that website is takeyourpowerbacknow.com, 10K ready. I'm not going to go through these videos. They are amazing. You can watch them. You can take a look at them on my website. This is Maggie. She's a mom. She's really happy with her results. She's like, Vanessa, I got 12 hours to work on my business every week. You know, what can we do? And so, you know, this is your business. Part of the reason why this is the best program is because I match your system to your talents. You know, so if you're a great speaker and you love it, you should be out speaking. You know, if you want to have a portable business and you love technology, great. We can, you know, help you get set up with webinars or something like that. So this is really about embracing, you know, the right system for your lifestyle and your business, and that's why it rocks. I'll let you read all about these. Tanya's doing amazing in the program. She's a mom, a single mom of 2, just took her kids to Mexico, making tons of money. She just bought herself a new car. Like I said, I love, love, love celebrating my clients' success. And I've been doing this for 7 years, so I'm very good at what I do, whether it's, you know, a speaking business like Sharon or an online business like Nicole, my best week yet, $8,000. Janik, what'd she say? My first month, I've just closed over 16,000 in sales, and the month isn't even over yet. So just imagine what you could do in your business when, you know, you get through some of those gremlins and you get into action, doing the right things. The whole world opens up for you. I've seen it happen again and again. So don't leave it up to chance. I always say, you know, the definition of insanity is doing the same things over and over again and expecting a different result. So here's how I can help you. I've set aside some time to speak with you in the next week or so for about an hour about how to dramatically help you improve your sales and attract clients. Maybe it's a mindset, you know, we'll look at, maybe it's a system we'll look at, but I'll personally take the time to sit down and talk with you to help you get crystal clear about what's really holding you back from getting the results that you want. And this is for you, again, if you're selling any kind of service, if you want to be able to sell your services for higher price points and attract more leads and paying clients, this is going to help you get there. Like I said, it's free. And there, takeyourpowerbacknow.com/10K ready is the application link. Okay. So some last words of inspiration. You know that the magic happens outside of your comfort zone. Why, Vanessa? Why? It's just the way it works. So even as you're thinking, oh my God, I'd love to talk with her, but it's scary. I know. But that's when the magic happens. And nothing happens until you make a decision, guys. You really are creating your entire life through the power of decision. This is my sister and I bungee jumping in New Zealand, and it's about taking risks. You know, learn to continue taking risks. That's how growth happens. And of course, following your intuition and letting love guide you. I believe you found this webinar for some divine reason. I don't think, I know. That's how amazing life is. God, source, spirit life is. It's always directing your higher self. It's always directing you to the exact thing that you need. So last bit of wisdom, everything in your life is a reflection of a choice you have made. We saw a lot of that today. If you want a different result, make a different choice. All right, so we're going to stop screen sharing. I want to see if anyone has any questions for me specifically at this time. And I also want to invite you here, go ahead and type in the chat box one of your biggest ahas. You know, we went through quite an incredible training today on mindset mastery, looking at self-worth and why are some of the things that you're wanting to manifest in your business, why are they not happening? How do you uncover those gremlins? How do you turn them around? How do you install them to get a new result? So I want to hear from you. What's been your biggest aha, one takeaway that you're having here from today's training? Go ahead and type it in the in the chat box of the webinar. And I'm going to have a little drink of water. Big deep breath. Okay. So I want to make sure that I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear back from you about your aha. What's a big aha? One takeaway or one idea or one new thing that you gleamed from today's training? Galit says, finding one of my biggest gremlins when I was not aware of. Yeah, how exciting. How exciting. You found this gremlin and you can turn it around, right? You can have a completely different reality, right? When that's aligned. Awesome. Candace is great. Webinar, Vanessa. Thanks. Awesome. So guys, I'm super happy that you have joined us here and that you also enjoyed today's training. If you would like, I promised you guys you could get a copy of this fantastic and amazing ebook online. I will give it to you. All I ask is that you share something about this webinar on your Facebook page. Go ahead and you can share the link. Just a really simple link. It's takeyourpowerbacknow.com/boom. And you go ahead and share that link on Facebook and tell people that you enjoyed the training, or just say something like, oh, love this webinar. It was really awesome, and just tag me on it. Then I will send you via Facebook, I will send you a PDF and ebook version of this, my gift to you for helping me just spread the word and showing more people that they can receive transformation here on the weekly live webinars. So awesome sauce. Thank you, Alexander and Galit, for tuning in, and for everyone here for taking the time. 10,000 places you could be, and you chose to tune in here for you and your business. And I totally adore that about you. Keep showing up. 90% of success happens by just showing up. All right, guys. Vanessa Simpkins from takeyourpowerbacknow.com. You're very welcome, Alexander. He says you're great. Thank you very much. I love you guys. I hope you guys have an awesome week installing new, amazing, fantastic affirmations. They're going to totally change your life. And I'll see you on next week's webinar. Bye, everyone.